everybody, it's Jasmine and I have some Swedish meatballs with me, which I made all by myself. Good on me. And I'm just going to add a little bit of jam, because that's what they do in Sweden. They have jam. They have, they do quite a bit of like berry stuff with meat. So that's a bit interesting. Mine's just raspberry jam, but they like lingonberry and cloudberries. I don't really know what a cloudberry is. Did I find out when I was over in Sweden? Maybe I did. Yeah. But you see, this is leftovers, so it's all like cold and everything. But that's alright, because it'll still taste pretty good. Absolutely fine. I am pretty hungry right now. I got home from work an hour ago, but I've been cleaning the bathroom and I managed to fix the drain, because ever since we moved in, the drain hasn't been like draining properly. And I just kind of thought, you know, I don't know if I have the expertise to tackle this issue. But today, you know, it was about 6:30 when I started doing the bathroom, and then I was like, you know, I'm going to tackle it tonight. So I opened it up. Turns out that there were some bobby pins in there. So I got one of those magnetic screwdrivers and just sort of jiggled it around in there to like get the bobby pins loose, and then you just pluck them up with the magnet. So I was pretty happy. Got it fixed. Now it's draining perfectly. But yeah, I mean, I guess the landlord should really check that when they're doing, you know, their flat inspection, when the old tenants are moving out. And maybe he did. Maybe it was just like, you know, I don't care. I'll let the next people deal with it. So, the trick to perfect Swedish meatballs is to roll them quite small. Then, probably the next trick is that, you know, you fry them in the pan, get them all nice and brown on the outside, and when you put them in the oven, while you cook the rest of the meatballs. I'm just going to let it cook all the way through. So usually when you roll the meatballs, some end up bigger than others. So in that case, you should fry off the bigger ones first, so that they get more time in the oven. So I think when you get Swedish meatballs from IKEA, you get like a pickled sauce, or like gherkins or something. And I did try that when I was at IKEA with my mum in Sweden. I mean, that was pretty good. It's kind of like a pitiless burger. No, not pitiless, bunless burger. But yeah, you know, I just really like really like the whole jam with meat thing. I just think that it's a revelation, because I would have never thought of it. Like, the other night when I made this, and I was like to my brother, hey, do you want some jam with it? And he was like, nah. And like, he looked at me like I was crazy. And that's how I looked at my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend. when he was like, you know, you have jam with it. But it is so good. And I mean, I guess it makes sense because like you get lots of red wine sauces with red meat, right? And red wine, even though it's quite removed from grapes, it's still, I think it still sort of has, it can sort of still carry that sweetness or that essence of grape. But at the end of the day, it all sort of depends on the quality of ingredients that you use. So if you have bad meat, it's going to make bad meatballs. If you have bad potatoes, you're going to have bad potato mash. Like this potato mash, it wasn't that great, you know? And obviously I can blame myself. Maybe I didn't salt it enough. Maybe I didn't add enough cream when I was mashing it, you know, but was it me? Wasn't it? Finally, the last thing about Swedish meatballs is the cream sauce that you're going to make. So you buy a bottle of cream. Once you've fried off all the meatballs and they're sitting in the oven, you maybe mix in a little bit more butter or something into the saucepan. And then you're going to add the cream into the saucepan. And it's going to be bubbling away. And then you add soy sauce. And it's going to make the cream turn like quite a, like not quite a dark brown, but like a lighter brown colour. So it'll have like the appearance of meat, the sauce colour. And then you can add, well, you should add jam to that sauce, because that's going to pull in some sweetness. It's going to like help with the saltiness of the soy sauce. And then because of the cream, it's going to be quite rich and smooth. Because obviously, you know, soy sauce and jam, that like they would be like quite salty and quite sweet. But then you've got the cream, which is just like really, really rich and beautiful. So it just all goes together. And obviously your sauce is gonna pick up all the beautiful like meatball juices. I really like Swedish meatballs. Like, I love it. And I think that it's pretty amazing because meatballs were my most hated thing, probably when I was younger, in terms of food. Because they're just big balls of meat, like, whatever. I'm not signing up for that. But Swedish meatballs are small little balls of deliciousness. And I think that that's pretty good, that now I can have an appreciation for meatballs. So people say, hey, I'm having spaghetti bolognese, instead of me thinking like, oh, that's so disgusting, I can instead picture it with the Swedish meatballs. And I can say, good for you. Have a great dinner. Well, that's going to do me for now. I'll definitely be having dessert though, because it's been a long day. And, you know, like the dinner that I had with the Swedish meatballs, like there was like a whole pile of meatballs and a mashed potato. So this is just like a tiny little portion of that. So I'll definitely be having something later on. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed my little Swedish meatball talk, and maybe you understand a little bit more about what goes into it and what makes it, you know, Swedish meatballs as opposed to just meatballs. And if you guys did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, then you can hit the subscribe button. And hopefully I'll see you guys all on another video. Hey, Dawn!